Thank you for choosing Employers Overload. We at Employers Overload look forward to helping you succeed. For this video orientation, you should have an employee handbook and a contact card designated for your branch. If you do not have an employee handbook or contact card, please notify your EO representative right away. Employers Overload is your legal employer while you are working on assignment at our client site or at an EO office. You are representing EO, and we are counting on you. Performing well on the assignment helps ensure continued employment for you, satisfied customers for EO, and therefore continued opportunities for our employees. While working at EO, some expectations of you include the following: good attendance, focus on safety, meeting quality and productivity expectations, taking directions from the client supervisor, and working as a good team member. When starting a new assignment, report directly to the person designated by your EO representative. Tell them your name and that you were sent by Employers Overload. We recommend that you arrive 15 minutes early to locate your workplace and parking. Report to your supervisor on time. An accurate, complete, and timely time card is your responsibility. We pay weekly. The pay week starts on Monday and ends on Sunday. Some assignments may differ. You will receive your paycheck or direct deposit by the following Friday. We encourage you to use direct deposit or our pay card solutions. It is your responsibility to ensure that you submit an EO time card by each Monday, or that you effectively use the time clock or time reporting solutions at the worksite. Call in your availability each week. Call the phone number provided to you at the time of your orientation and indicate your availability for the next 7 calendar days. When you are not available to work, you are also required to advise EO so that your status can be updated accordingly. Please provide us the best phone number to reach you. Employers Overload expects that every employee report to work on time for your scheduled shift. This means being at the worksite ready to work at your starting time every day. If you are going to be late or will not be reporting to work, you must notify your EO office immediately and at least 1 hour before your scheduled start time. If you need time off for medical, dental, or other personal appointments, you must notify your EO representative and your supervisor 24 hours in advance. We expect everyone to go home each day accident and injury free. You must follow all safety rules and expectations of EO and of the client worksite you will be assigned. We need your commitment to working safely and to communicate any concerns to your worksite supervisor and your EO representative. If you are injured while working on the job, please notify your worksite supervisor immediately and contact your EO representative immediately unless emergency care is needed first. Your worksite supervisor should provide you with a proper orientation and training to perform your work safely. If not, please contact your EO office immediately. If the client supervisor asks you to do a task that is different from what you were told to expect by EO, please call your EO office immediately. Working safely is a condition of employment. We ask that you report all accidents and incidents to your client supervisor and EO. Immediately report any unsafe or hazardous conditions, unsafe equipment, trip hazards, unsafe acts, and near misses promptly to your client supervisor and EO office, regardless of how minor they may seem. Be responsible for asking questions when you do not understand. Never operate a machine or piece of equipment unless you are effectively trained on how to use it safely. If you have any questions, please ask your worksite supervisor and call your EO office. Report to work, fit for duty. Emergency action plans. Fire, earthquake, severe weather, and other threats to safety. Recognize the alarm or notification system at the worksite. Know the nearest exit, your evacuation route, and the location of the severe weather shelter. Know where to meet at a safe place designated by your worksite supervisor. Stay away from harm, but please do not leave the designated meeting spot or nearest safe area. The worksite emergency team or emergency responders will need to know you are safe. If you have left the area, someone may risk harm trying to locate you if they feel you may still be in the facility or in harm's way. Personal protective equipment, commonly referred to as PPE, is equipment that will protect you against health or safety risks at work. Your worksite supervisor will provide you any necessary PPE for each position. You must wear the approved PPE as required by the worksite supervisor. Using proper lifting techniques. Never lift heavy objects without getting assistance from a coworker or asking the client supervisor for help. Do not overexert to lift or move heavy objects. Use your legs, not your back, when lifting. Prevent sprains and soreness. Wear proper shoes or boots. Slow down and take shorter steps in potentially slippery areas. Recognize and avoid any tripping hazards, such as cords or machinery in or near walkways. Always use handrails on any walkways, stairs, or equipment to ensure you maintain balance and can catch yourself if you slip or trip. If you feel soreness, this might be normal based on using new muscles for the task assigned. However, if you have any concerns about soreness, strains, or bumps, please contact your EO office immediately so we can help. Do not walk off the assignment or go to the doctor for a work-related injury without first consulting your EO office, unless it's an emergency situation that requires immediate care. All sharp tools must be handled with care and respect. When using a box knife, please ask for instructions. Do not use defective or dull equipment. Confirm the material being cut is held securely so it cannot shift or move. Concentrate on the material to be cut and watch the blade at all times. Always cut away from your body. Razor blades shall be retracted into the handle when not using the knife. Lockout, tagout, control of hazardous energy. Affected employee training. The purpose of lockout, tagout is to disable machinery or equipment during service or maintenance. The use of energy control procedures includes a lock and tag system, lockout, tagout, designed to protect employees against injury or death from the unexpected startup of machines or equipment, the release of stored energy, such as a machine part moving, material or part of a machine falling, mechanism turning, even if the machine is turned off, the release of pressure from a line or tank. A lockout device is a specific lock and key that is placed on the machine or equipment to be serviced to ensure it cannot be turned on or dangerous parts move until the lockout device is removed. A tagout device is a warning tag placed on a machine or equipment indicating it cannot be operated until the tagout device is removed. Tags only provide a warning such as do not start, do not open, or do not operate. Tags do not provide physical restraint. It is the responsibility of all employees to recognize the lockout tagout system and not to disturb it, not attempt to bypass it, or not to operate the machine. The danger of violating these procedures can result in serious injury or death. As an affected employee, you are to know the purpose of lockout tagout, the use of energy control procedures, and that you are not to apply, not to remove, or not to bypass a lockout tagout device. Examples of an affected employee are production staff, machine operators, shipping and receiving, and others who may be in or around an area where equipment may be locked or tagged. An affected employee is not authorized to lockout, tagout a piece of machinery or equipment. Only authorized employees are permitted to lockout, tagout machinery or equipment in order to perform service or maintenance. Examples of authorized employees are maintenance, supervisors, and electricians. Authorized employees must be trained in the recognition of hazardous energy sources, the type and magnitude of energy sources in their work area, and the energy control procedures that are used for energy isolation and control. Lockout tagout must be used when one removes a safety guard or other safety device from a machine or piece of equipment, and when the worker or any part of his or her body gets near the point of operation. Never go past a safety guard or enter an area where the machine is moving, typically moves, or could move with any part of your body. Notify your supervisor immediately of any situation where someone may need to pass a machine guard or get near the point of operation so proper lockout tagout can be utilized as needed. Please understand that in many situations the machine could move, even if the machine is turned off or on and off cycle. Never risk injury or death to save product, to cover a mistake, or in an attempt to be helpful. Stay safe and seek immediate help from your site supervisor. Hazardous communications. The vast majority of our placements are in areas where our employees are not working directly with chemicals. However, most companies have dangerous chemicals on their premise, which may include the acid in their forklift batteries, cleaning solutions, or chemicals used in their products or as part of the production process. Therefore, it is important that you understand the basics of a hazardous communication program and to receive proper training at the worksite if you are working with or exposed to chemical. There is very little chance of you being exposed to the negative effects of chemicals if you follow these rules. Only trained and authorized employees are to use chemicals. If you have not been trained on the use of a specific chemical, then do not use it. Never use unlabeled chemicals or solutions. Use proper PPEs, including gloves, eye protection, mask, apron, and sleeves, as instructed by your worksite supervisor. Harmful effects of certain chemicals, if not used properly, could cause cancer, chemical burns, birth defects, infertility, allergic reactions, and fire and explosions. The Global Harmonized System, GHS, was developed to provide employees a quick visual means to understand the dangers and possible effects of chemicals. GHS pictograms include the following: health hazards, like carcinogens; flame, for flammables; exclamation mark, for skin irritation; gas cylinder, for gases under pressure; corrosion, for skin corrosion or burns; exploding bomb, for explosives; flame over circle, for oxidizers; and skull and crossbones means acute toxicity, fatal or toxic. Signal words are danger, for severe effects, and warning, for less severe. Labels on chemical containers include chemical information, manufacturer of the chemical, signal word, hazard statement, precautions, and the GHS pictogram. Routes of possible exposure to chemicals include inhalation, ingestion, typically the result of not washing hands, skin absorption, and contact with eyes. If you have any concerns about exposure, please notify your worksite supervisor immediately and then call your EO representative. If you have come in contact with chemicals in your eyes or body, know where to find the eye wash or emergency shower at each worksite. MSDS sheets, SDS sheets. All companies are to have safety data sheets, SDS, on each of the chemicals located within their facility. Please ensure you know where the SDS are located at the client site. Safety data sheets include 16 specific sections related to the chemicals on premise. In general, the most important sections to you are the identification of the chemical, hazards associated with the chemical, first aid measures if you come in contact, what to do if there's an accidental release, what PPEs to use if working with the chemical. Bloodborne pathogens. Typically, our placements are not in areas where employees are likely exposed to bloodborne pathogens. Bloodborne pathogens are infectious microorganisms in human blood or bodily fluids that can cause disease in humans, such as hepatitis B. This exposure is common in health-related fields, but also applies to individuals designated as the company first aid responders. If you are in a position working directly with blood or likely to come in contact with blood or other bodily fluids while on assignment, you must receive bloodborne pathogens training from the worksite. Regardless, if you ever do see blood at your worksite, such as from a coworker's injury, do not touch it. Only first aid or emergency responders who have received bloodborne pathogens training should help. If you are in a janitorial position, it is important that you understand the use of proper PPEs, including gloves, and that you know proper procedures such as how to remove trash in the safest manner. In a janitorial position where exposure may be reasonably anticipated, you should receive additional bloodborne pathogens training from the worksite supervisor. If you ever do come in contact with blood or bodily fluids at any assignment or are poked by a needle in any environment, wash the area immediately, including flushing your eyes and mouth if they are exposed. Then please notify your worksite supervisor and your EO representative as soon as possible so the situation can be assessed and proper precautions taken if necessary. Forklift safety. Only employees that have been trained and certified by the worksite company where they are assigned may operate the company's forklifts. EO will send only individuals with past forklift experience to jobs where they may use a forklift. In this situation, both the customer and EO employee will be aware of the expectations to operate a forklift. Never operate a forklift unless you have been specifically assigned by EO to operate a forklift and you have been trained and certified on the specific forklift in use by the company you are assigned. When walking within the worksite, always be aware of moving machinery such as a forklift and pallet jack. Stay in designated walkways and work areas. Stay a safe distance away. Listen for a honk or beep coming from moving machinery. They may be coming around a corner or backing up. Make eye contact with the forklift operator to ensure they see you and that they can stop or avoid your area. Make sure they see you, or make sure you are out of harm's way. Thank you. We are counting on you and trusting in you to make a good impression while working at our customer's worksite. Every accident is preventable. We need your commitment and attention to help us meet this goal. We look forward to working with you and appreciate your dedication to safety, quality, and productivity. If you have any concerns or questions about any of our policies, training, or when on the assignment, please contact your EO representative immediately. We are here to help you succeed. Thank you.